How we doing, guys? Welcome to the next installment of the DG Trading 101 audio blog series. So today I just wanted to briefly touch on my thoughts on transparency and how it relates to your trading. I don't share my P&L daily on Twitter or really share any P&L pictures at all whatsoever, anywhere to the public, because I don't really think that's necessary. I think it puts a lot of pressure on yourself that you don't need, to broadcast your entire business to the Twitter community. I think it will probably affect you more negatively than positively in the long run. Some people do it and it works for them, and that's great. As with all things in trading, there's a million ways to skin a cat, and you need to find whichever one you're comfortable with. And these are just my opinions on the matter. But personally, I think it does more harm than good to be sharing with the world on a daily basis. I do, however, highly recommend that you find a small group or a trading buddy, somebody whom you trust, and share with them on a daily basis. Why? Because, it holds you accountable day in and day out. It's a constant reminder to not be a dumbass, for lack of a better word, and to trade the correct way, respecting your rules. I know my trading significantly improved after I found a small group for that very reason, I think, especially early on. I shared every move I made with someone that was a better trader than me every single day. That was the habit I was in, and that was very constructive for me. A willingness to expose yourself in the name of transparency on a daily basis is extremely helpful and necessary, in my opinion. If you've got someone to answer to at the end of every day and you need to provide them with a report card on what you did that day, it will change the way you think if you're getting in trouble on a trade. Trust me. It's a little thought in the back of your head knowing I've got to share this mess of a chart and explain it to someone when I'm done. If you're thinking that in your head, maybe it will help you make a better decision in the moment on the trade and kind of help you be more firmly grounded in reality. And this kind of works from a bigger picture sense too. If you're not answering to someone at the end of your trading sessions, then it's just you, yourself, and you. And everybody knows that you are your own worst enemy when it comes to trading. So if you start to go on a slide or a cold streak and you don't have anyone to fall back on, as a support system or a kind of a checks and balances thing in place, I think you're putting yourself in a very dangerous spot. And I come at that kind of from a psychological perspective, in the sense that, as humans, we naturally want to succeed. That feeling is inherent to every single one of us, right? Nobody comes to the market every day and wants to fail, right? So that being said, I think we want to succeed so bad in this game that our brains are already pre-programmed to that ending, and we become such a cheerleader towards that we can really talk ourselves into believing almost anything, right? We can become completely and utterly delusional and be entirely unaware of it, all in the name of a burning and often blinding desire to succeed. So, you can tell yourself, no, I'm fine. I'm just getting unlucky. It'll turn around. We can reason with ourselves a number of ways, but the reality is that there's probably a real problem there that we're ignoring, or trying to ignore at least, right? So if you start spiraling and you have no one to give you a second opinion on the situation, then you can really talk yourself and your account down to zero. And that can be a serious, serious problem. And so I really think you need a healthy support system. It's just so vital. So find a trading buddy if you don't have one, or a group, and get in the habit of sharing your journey with this person or group every single day. Complete transparency. It will hold you accountable, and it will give you a much more stable sense of reality by having an outside, unbiased set of eyeballs observing your work. If you're doing something ridiculous, you may not see it, but somebody who's, on the outside looking in can say, hey man, like this is crazy. Why are you doing this? And maybe you can see something that you weren't previously able to see. So I know that helped me quite a bit. So if you're finding yourself struggling, give that a look. If you're kind of a loner, look for a buddy or a group or something along those lines, and I think that can be a big help and help you grow. All right, good luck.